We're starting off with going first this game, which is very nice. We do have the Seeker, and luckily for us, our opponent activates Maxx C, but we do have the Crossout for us. And it looks like we're going to get started with the Seeker play. Seeker effect, let's see what we excavate. So far, nothing. But at the very last second, we hit with the Supplier. Very nice card. We're going to add a Koaki Mirror to the hand. Next up, we're going to go into our boy, Raptite. Raptite effect, we're going to see if we hit anything. We do hit an Analyzer at least, and that's going to be our grab. We've already used Seeker, so that's fine. Analyzer effect, we hit the Doki Doki. We bring that out. We're going to discard the Koaki Meiru to bring out the Rocksies to start with our Link Climb. Dropsies is going to come out. We're going to banish to bring out Gigates to get the rank 4 Granite to search the last Emancipator we haven't used yet, which is Researcher. We're going to also finish our link climbing just to make sure we have enough zones for the Researcher. We're going to bring out Dropsy. We're going to bring out Rocksies using Dropsy's effect. Researcher is on the field now. We're also going to go into our Bow Goddess, and then we're going to research Mill. So far we've hit the blue lizard, and that was our hit. Not a bad hit after all. We go Borload Savage, and we're going to use that Prank Kids Link 2 to give us 2 negates. And we're going to finish off here with an IP Masquerena, just in case we need to flip the script later on in the match. That's our end phase turn. We do have a Roxy's for next turn as well as a Maxx C. So it looks like our opponent is going to try to negate our dragon, which we can't really allow that. We really want to keep the effect for next turn. While we're at it, we're also going to Maxx C. I'm not that worried. We still have 3 negates. He activates the triple tactic thrust and has the even match, which is unfortunate for us. So he's going to take away everything except for our 3 negates. There's a Rise Heart that's going to eat one of our negates right away. We honestly do not want Rise Heart to become that level 7. He's also going to use the opportunity to bring out his Kashtira Tearlament. And we're going to see what he does next. He's going to try to mill 3. We're not going to allow that either. And luckily for us, we did get that Doki Doki. Doki Doki is pretty much going to secure us that game because we have the rock that we need to pitch for his effect to bring out Analyzer. Analyzer effect, let's see what we can hit. There's Hex Sealed, and that is what we're going to go for to bring out our fusion monster, Naturia Exteria. First off, to do that, we're going to have to bring out Barkion, and Barkion plus Hex Sealed Fusion equals Exterio, which is a negate pretty much anytime we want. We're going to take out the Tearlament Kashtira, and that's where his turn's going to end, leaving him with just a Rise Heart and 1 card in hand. He's going to go to battle and take out our Apollousa, and main phase 2 he's going to end turn. Meaning, really, he can't do anything to our Exterio right now, but we're just going to save that Koaki Meiru, because honestly, the Koaki Meiru can't do anything in this situation as it is anyway. Turn 6, 2 cards in hand for him. Let's see what he can draw. He doesn't have anything. He can take 1 more hit, but if we normal summon that Koaki Meiru, it's game. But instead, we're going to go for the Seeker, just so we can get some more mill action. There's options here. We go for the Supplier. Supplier effect, we're going to... No Supplier effect. We're just going to take out the Scareclaw, hit him for 26, and he's going to end his turn. There's the Birth. That card would really get him started, so we're going to negate that because this negates an activation and destroys the card. An insane card. And that's going to seal the game. Alright, this isn't a bad hand. We're full of hand traps, meaning they're not going to be there for our mills. And that's exactly what happens. We hit the Roxy's right away. So we're gonna get started here. Link climbing using the Rocksies, using Meow Meow Dropsies into Dododo and another Rocksies. We're gonna throw away one of those Ash Blossoms because we already have one. Luckily for us, we also hit a Koaki Supplier, which is a free special summon for rocks. An insane card. Love it. Alright. There is an Adamancipator Researcher plus the Dropsies into Raptite. Let's see what we can hit here. While we're at it, let's bring out the Supplier. We're going to target that Guardian and see if we can hit any good cards here. We don't, but we hit the Katarist, and the Katarist is going to come in clutch because we're going to use that ability to bring up Gallant Granite, and Gallant Granite's going to be able to bring us Seeker to our hand. Now, the only one we didn't get to hit, unfortunately, was Analyzer, but we're also going to be able to bring that Seeker with a guaranteed mill of Chimera Guardian. Now we're going to go into a Link 2 here. We're going to go into IP Masquerena. We're trying to change up the combo a bit just to show off the diversity. And we're going to go into a Mech Knight Crusader here. Also leaving us with an extra card. We're also going to go to that Borload Savage still. And that is our move. A 2-negate Borload Savage, as well as a Mech Knight Crusader Avermax that's indestructible by destroying effects. Now reinforcement in the army is going to reveal that our opponent is on a Sky Striker deck, also with a Yusenju engine, which is never before seen in my opinion. Now I make the mistake that this is once per monster, but he has 2 of these on the field and they can both activate their effect, taking out our Borload Savage. He has the Pot of Desires here. We're going to negate that with Ash Blossom. Now we still have a few more pieces of interruption. Nibiru's almost turned on, as well as Called by the Grave. Now we're going to see him Link climb into Zodiacs. My prediction is he's going to use these Zodiac cards to use the Zeus, which it's not really a prediction. I do know he's going to attack for 0, but that's a 4 token Zeus. I'm not worried. If he Zeus's the board, Mech Knight Crusader takes it with it. And that's what we're going to show an example of right here. Making this game an even 1-to-1 card in hand. He also has a card face down though. We draw Gigates. Gigates for battle. 1900. We're going to end our turn there. Honestly, not looking that good for us. Sky Striker is in a deck that summons more monsters during the special summoning during the turn. So Niburu isn't the best card, but we're going to make do. It seems he can't get over the 1900 starting attack, so we're in a good spot. Doki Doki is a great card. I'm going to save it. I want to see if I can get another rock in hand, level 4, to get it started where I can bring out Analyzer. Now he's going to end turn once more, realizing that none of his Sky Strikers can really help. Honestly, that's a draw and a half, saving our Doki Doki for another day. But we also do hit the Koaki Guardian. So first off, we're going to Synchro Summon Adamancipator Risen Dragite. An insane card that's going to help us a lot. Now he misunderstands the effect of Dragite, thinking he'll be able to interrupt this effect. But with all those rock types in the grave, there will be no interruptions for him. He does get to bring out that Sky Striker, but he can only do it once. So he's going to get 3,000 taken away from his life points, leaving him with 3 cards in hand, and I have a negate. Sets 2 in pass. We have the Doki Doki still in hand, and we also hit the Researcher. Doki Doki is sitting there as backup. He's also going to try to hand destruction, causing us to discard the Researcher. But honestly, Niburu and Doki Doki aren't as good, so we're just going to throw those 2 cards away and continue with our Researcher. Researcher is going to bring out a monster. We do hit the Supplier or the Crystal. We decide the Crystal to draw a card. And that's when we get to bring out Baron Defear, leaving us with 2 negates on the board now. as well as we're going to try to mill one more to try to guarantee, make sure nothing's going to go wrong in this duel. There's a level 4. We're going to bring out Boardload Savage with 4 negates as well. With that, we're going to go for battle and take the game. Very similar hand. We have the Researcher and the Analyzer. We're going to first mill using the Analyzer. We hit the Xenoguitar. It's a very nice card to hit. We also hit the Golem. And the Golem's what we're going to take. It's something. We're going to first go into Raptite here. Raptite effects. Also going to recycle that Researcher back to hand. And we're also going to put that Rocksies on the top of the deck. Now, if we don't hit anything, Rocksies is available to us. But we decide to take the Rocksies because with the Golem on the field, we're guaranteed it with the Granite anyway. Could be considered a misplay, but let's see how it turns out for us. With that effect, we're going to bring out Do. Bring back Rocksies using Dropsies effect. We're also going to bring out that Supplier we drew, luckily. And that'll get us another Koaki Mirror Guardian to hand. Just gaining that card advantage as well as gaining that board presence. That's what I like to see. There's Gallant Granite. Going to be able to bring out that Seeker so we can have all of the Emancipators in action right here. There is Seeker effect. We're going to use all 3 of those cards to go into our Bow Goddess. 3 negate Bow Goddess, not a bad plan. Now this is where I considered we might have misplayed just a bit. Because we decided to oh, never mind, wrong game, my apologies. We're gonna go into Boardload Savage here. Boardload Savage with 2 link counters to make sure we can negate 2 cards, and then we're also gonna go into Baron Defeer. 2 negate 5 negate board, not a bad move. There's Planet Pathfinder. We're easily going to negate that with Bow Goddess. And that is going to cause our opponent to forfeit. They were on Kashtira. Alright, we're going to be going second in this game. Our opponent decides to shifter us, which isn't the best for us. But it seems like that's all they had to deal with. Now we're going to analyze our effect here and see what we can hit. We hit the Niburu, which won't help us. But we saw lots of good rock type cards. We're going to Exceed Summon for Granite right away instead of going into any of our 8s. And there's Granite. He decides that he has another hand trap in hand. He's going to negate Granite, leaving us with 4 cards at our disposal. Revealing also now he is on Kashtira. Battle phase, using the Scareclaw Kashtira to attack while in defense mode to take out our monster. Not a good move for us. But we do have a few cards in hand to keep us going. Alright, Rocksies is here. We're gonna Ash Blossom first the Maxx C. He has the Crossout available to him, but we also have the Crossout available to us. So voiding out his Crossout and also taking his Maxx C. Leaving him with 0 cards for his follow-up. And that's when he decides to forfeit, knowing that Rocksies can climb up and seal the game for him. Alright, this is a very nice hand. We open Analyzer and Researcher, meaning we're only going to be looking for the Seeker. Ash Blossom, going to take out that Maxx C, so we're not going to have to worry about that the whole game. And we're going to go right to the races. Researcher, going to Analyze first. We hit Supplier, Rocksies. Pretty much all targets. We're going to take the Rocksies to get the link climb started. After the link climb, we're going to bring out the Researcher. But he decides to forfeit the game there. Alright, in this game we're going to be going first. This is an excellent hand, starting off with an Analyzer. Analyzer is going to let us search our cards. We hit the blue snail. Blue snail is going to get us into Raptite. Also letting us special summon the Supplier. Bringing out that crystal, we're going to draw a card. Luckily for us, we do hit the Seeker off of that. And we get to bring out the blue lizard as well. Gonna go into Granite to get our last Adamancipator Researcher we haven't touched yet. Just to make sure we go through all of our millers. We hit Rocksies, which is gonna get us into our Link Climb. Gonna start the Link Climb. Going into Meow Meow, Dropsies, and then Doo-Doo. We're also gonna use Xenoguitar just to get the Dropsies. We don't really need it, and that's gonna realize he has no chance and he's gonna end the game there. All right, in this game we're gonna be going second, and our opponent is gonna be setting 2 cards and ending his turn there. We're gonna start off with normal summoning our Adamancipator Analyzer and specialing Research. Then at Researcher effect, we're gonna hit our Excavation. We do hit a Rocksies. It's very nice. It's very crucial to the combo. Analyzer. We do not hit anything until the very last second. We hit the crystal, allows us to draw a card. Now we're going to start link comboing with our prank kids, Rocksies into Dropsies, using Meow Meow and the other prank kid. This will give us an extra card. We draw the last Rocksies. Not a big deal at all. Be able to special summon it. There's Doo-Doo. Dropsies effect, you're going to special summon that one from hand. We're going to gain 1,000. Next up, we're going to go into Raptite here. And Raptite effect, we're going to be able to bring out 5. Hopefully we do hit a Seeker. No Seeker, but it's unfortunately the end of the game because our opponent chooses to surrender anyway. Alright guys, so this is the Adamancipator deck we are running. Mostly a pure Adamancipator with a few slight cool gimmicks that the deck can really take advantage of. We are running all of the Emancipators at 3 with the new banlist update that allows that. As well as we're running all of the most generic rock type cards that really help out the deck. Example, Gallant, Granite, Rocksies, Koaki Meirus, and Gigates. Hex Sealed Fusion has a really cool gimmick that I got to show off with the Necturia Exteria with Barkion, getting us a free negate pretty much anytime we please. And the last card that I think is an honorable mention is Doki Doki, with the ability to pretty much, with you having any level 2 or level 4 monster, you can switch them out and get your combos started with any of the Emancipators. Honestly, with this new update, this deck is extremely strong. I do recommend it, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video.